The Christ Conspiracy, Echoes of Ancient Myths and Astrotheology. The narrative of Jesus Christ shares remarkable similarities with various ancient myths and religious stories. This article delves into the Christ conspiracy theory, highlighting how the story of Jesus aligns with those of at least 20 other historical figures, suggesting a deeper, astrotheological significance. Ancient parallels, Osiris and Horus. Osiris, in Egyptian mythology, Osiris, the god of the afterlife, was killed and resurrected. His story of death and rebirth symbolizes the eternal cycle of life and has parallels with the resurrection of Jesus. Horus, the story of Horus, the son of Isis, closely matches the milestones of Jesus' life. Horus was born to a virgin mother, had a miraculous birth, and faced trials similar to those of Jesus. Both figures are depicted as saviors and central to their respective religious traditions. Other mythological figures. Numerous other deities and historical figures share elements of the Jesus story. Mithras, born on December 25, died, and resurrected. Krishna, a virgin birth, miraculous deeds, and eventual ascension. Dionysus, born of a virgin, performed miracles, and was resurrected. Virgin birth symbolizes purity and divine intervention, often corresponding to celestial events involving the Virgo constellation. Death and resurrection reflects the sun's journey, dying at the winter solstice and resurrecting 3 days later as it begins its ascent, symbolizing rebirth and renewal. Celestial events and initiation. Significant celestial events, such as solstices and equinoxes, mark periods of spiritual activation. Full moon phases. The full moon appears mostly full for about 3 days, including the day before, the day of, and the day after the full moon. These 3-day periods are believed to correlate with intense periods of transformation and enlightenment, mirroring the 3-day resurrection motif found in many myths. Historical figures with similar stories. Horus, Egyptian, born of a virgin, had 12 disciples, performed miracles, crucified, and resurrected. Osiris, Egyptian, killed and resurrected. Krishna, Hindu, born of a virgin, performed miracles, and resurrected. Mithras, Persian, born on December 25, performed miracles, and had a resurrection. Dionysus, Greek, born of a virgin, performed miracles, and was resurrected. Attis, Phrygian, born of a virgin, crucified, and resurrected. Zoroaster, Persian, virgin birth, performed miracles. Quetzalcoatl, Aztec, born of a virgin, crucified, and resurrected. Baal, Phoenician, died and resurrected. Adonis, Greek, died and resurrected. Tammuz, Sumerian, died and resurrected. Hercules, Greek, son of a god, performed miracles, and had a divine ascension. Hermes, Greek, son of Zeus, performed miracles. Indra, Hindu, born of a virgin. Glycon, Roman, born of a virgin, performed miracles. Bedru, Japanese, virgin birth, performed miracles. Thor, Norse, son of Odin, performed miraculous deeds. Isis, Egyptian, virgin birth narrative through her son Horus. Perseus, Greek, born of a virgin. Melkart, Phoenician, died and resurrected. Apollonius of Tyana, born of a miraculous birth, performed miracles, and ascended. Simon Magus, claimed to be a god, performed miracles, had a following similar to Jesus. Bali, Hindu, crucified and resurrected. Joshua ben Pandira, 1st century BCE, a Jewish teacher. Some aspects of his life story have similarities to the narrative of Jesus. These narratives reinforce a more profound spiritual truth, emphasizing the journey towards an awakened and heightened state of divine consciousness. The story of Jesus is intertwined with celestial events and moon phases, symbolizing deeper spiritual transformations. Celestial events and rituals. In ancient Egypt, rituals like the Sed festival symbolize the death and rebirth of the king, paralleling the story of Jesus. The use of symbols like the donkey and palm leaves in Jesus' entry into Jerusalem reflects Egyptian traditions where the king would walk over a path of palms to his coronation, representing longevity and divine kingship. Astrotheological interpretations. These stories are often seen as part of an astrotheological framework, where celestial events and cycles are mirrored in mythological narratives. The concept of the Son of Man as the Anointed One leading humanity to higher consciousness is central to this perspective. Solar symbolism, the winter solstice and the birth of the Son of God. A key aspect of the Christ conspiracy is the symbolic relationship between the life of Jesus and the Son's journey through the seasons. During the winter solstice, around December 21st, the Sun reaches its lowest point in the sky and appears to pause or die for 3 days. On December 25th, the Sun begins to rise again, marking its rebirth and the lengthening of days. This period of death and rebirth of the Sun is mirrored in the story of Jesus, where he is crucified, lies dead for 3 days, and is then resurrected. This symbolism of the Sun's rebirth is significant in many ancient traditions, reflecting the victory of light over darkness and the renewal of life. The celebration of the Sun's return is mirrored in the narrative of the birth of the Son of God, further connecting these celestial events with the spiritual themes of resurrection and renewal. Divine incarnations and modern guidance. These narratives suggest that throughout history, enlightened beings have appeared to lead humanity towards spiritual awakening and divine consciousness. Zoroastrian prophecy. Zoroaster, Zarathustra, prophesied to return 12 times, each for a zodiac age, suggesting a recurring divine presence guiding humanity through cosmic cycles. The recurring theme of divine incarnations, such as Zoroaster's prophecy of returning 12 times, raises the question of whether divine beings are guiding humanity towards higher truths today. Divine incarnations today. The question arises whether divine incarnations continue to guide us toward higher truths. Many believe that spiritual leaders and enlightened beings throughout history and in contemporary times serve this purpose, guiding humanity toward a state of awakened consciousness. This video posits that the story of Jesus is part of a broader tradition of mythological figures embodying similar themes of birth, death, and resurrection who are also setting up an activated or charged energy grid around the planet that makes it easier to reach an enlightened state so one can ascend their consciousness to higher planes without leaving the body. These narratives, deeply rooted in astrotheology, emphasize the cyclical nature of life and the journey toward divine consciousness. As we explore these ancient stories and their celestial connections, we are invited to consider the ongoing influence of divine incarnations in our quest for higher truth and spiritual awakening.